Hello and welcome to the Tamil Diaspora News. My name is Priya Tharsini. Our story today is about mothers of missing Tamils in Vavuniya booth. Urge the Prime Minister of Canada Mr. Justin Trudeau to initiate Tamil referendum talks with the US and EU. The mothers of disappeared Tamils marked the 2,354th day of its protests in Sri Lanka by renewing its call for an independent Tamil homeland, asking again for help from the United States, Canada, and the European Union in bringing about a referendum vote. In a statement, Secretary Gopalakrishnan Rajkumar applauded Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau for acknowledging the extreme human rights abuses Tamils have suffered at the hands of the Sinhalese-dominated regime on the island. The organization sent a letter to Prime Minister Trudeau on July 29 requesting that he personally take the international lead in supporting a UN-monitored referendum for Tamil independence, pointing to the example of the peaceful 1995 vote in Quebec where the province chose not to secede from Canada. While it is not expected that Tamils would opt to remain part of an occupied territory and what the spokesman called the slave economy of Sri Lanka, the case of Quebec is an important precedent for a non-violent political approach to questions of sovereignty. Tens of thousands of Tamils are still missing in Sri Lanka as a result of the enforced disappearances and genocidal policies in the country during the ethnic war and since. Sri Lanka has been under intense scrutiny for the past several years from the United Nations Human Rights Commission, and the subject of numerous official resolutions calling for justice and accountability. Here is full statement from Mr. Rajkumar that he made on August 1, 2023 from the booth that is located in front of Vavuniya courthouse on A9 Road.
Today is the 2,354th day of our continuous struggle to find the missing Tamil children, save Tamils from future genocide, and get help from US and EU for Tamil sovereignty. In front of the Vavuniya courthouse, our journey is continuing in this pavilion on A9 Road. We thank Prime Minister Trudeau for his observation and statement that what actually has happened to the Tamils in Sri Lanka is genocide. We also thank and congratulate Prime Minister Trudeau for having a Canadian Tamil MP in his cabinet. Tamils are intelligent and determined people, but in Sri Lanka Tamils live in a slave economy. The Sinhalese decide what kind of work that the Tamils should do by limiting or banning the creation of licenses and employment for Tamils. For Tamils to have any true political and economic freedom or well-being, a sovereign Tamil homeland is necessary in the northeast of Sri Lanka. For this, the UN should monitor the referendum that will decide the future of the Tamils. We the mothers of missing Tamils sent a letter last Friday to Canadian Prime Minister Trudeau asking for him to support the Tamil referendum. We want Prime Minister Trudeau to advocate for a referendum on our behalf in the world, as Canada has allowed the province of Quebec to hold a referendum to decide whether to become a sovereign French state. Ms. Jayalalitha, former Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu, was the first to call for a referendum among Tamils and diaspora Tamils in the northeast of Sri Lanka. Notably, after Ms. Jayalalitha asked for this plebiscite, the U.S. Secretary of State, Mrs. Hillary Clinton, met with her. We want Prime Minister Trudeau to be the first among Western leaders to call for a referendum for the Tamils. Let us hope Prime Minister Trudeau does so without delay, before the entire Tamil homeland becomes a Sinhalese-dominated and occupied territory. We urgently request every Tamil, especially those in the diaspora community, to call for a referendum for sovereignty and to ask for help from other powerful countries in ensuring that this referendum occurs. Thank you.
Thank you again, Anne. Goodbye. Until I join you in the next news, your Priya Tharsini. Thank you and goodbye now.